Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and this video will be here at Wizard101, and we're going to be going to the different classes, well, not classes, but schools in Wizard City. This will be all your wizarding school that you can choose from. Currently, I think most of them are all here in Wizard City. For the most part, most of them are here, and the other one is like the balance school. We have to go to a different world for that one, but most of them are here. And we'll go through them. This one is my school. This is the storm school. Kind of cool. It's got purple and gold and lightning stuff. And this is our tree. His name is Torrance. As usual, it's always lightning strikes are everywhere and rain. And let's go to inside our school. And it's pretty much most of these schools are the same thing. We'll have which have different designs depends on which school and the different colors it'll have. For the storm school, the color is purple and gold. And this is our teacher. His name is Hallstrom Baelstrom. And these are all the spells. For the most part, all I have left. I can pick all these up right now, but I don't want to at the moment since I'm doing this video. But these are all the storm school you can get from him. Well, most of these you can get from him, and some of them you get them as you progress to your level, and some of them you have to go through a quest line in order to get them. I think one of them was, I think that I had to do was the Leviathan. It's a solo quest, so you have to do that yourself until I think you succeed. So, yep. Right, let's get to the next quest. I mean, next quest. Next school is, I think, is the ice school. The snow. I think the ice school. The ice school is pretty much, it's one of those classes that have a lot of health and good for defense. And this is their tree. His name is Kelvin, the ice tree. You can get recipes from him like treasure cards, and I think the 170 spells you can get from him. And this is the school. It's pretty much the same thing. It's got to simply have different colors. This one is blue and some kind of Turkish, some kind of green. I'm not sure. And this is your teacher. Her name is Lydia Greyrose, and she is a fairy. And these are all the spells you can get from her if you are a nice student. So it's pretty cool. It's a similarity. The coolest ones here are probably at the very early stage is the Blizzard and probably the Frost Giant. This is like around 50. And the Colossus. This is like the very early stages to have. It's good to have, and due to the fact they hit pretty hard and kill your opponent pretty quickly. Alright, and the next school, we're just going through here because I don't want this video to be way too long. And the next school is the Fire School, and that is your tree right there. His name is Bernie, and he's always on flames, and he never burns anything around him. I think he's the coolest tree out of the entire school here. He's the coolest one. He's all flamey and all really coolly animated. All right, let's go to his school. It's the same thing. You just have different colors for your school and different teacher, and your teacher is Dahlia Falmea, and it's typical. You get all your spells you can get from her. As also mentioned, some of them you get it as you progress through the game and do your quest, and also through quest, like separate quests like from her. She will give it to you. And our next school is, I think it is the Death School. The Death School, some of the spells you can get from Malorn's Ash Storm, which I already got from him. I had to get as much as I could until I got to Faint, then I stopped because you need Faint for like boss battles. So I used a little bit of spells. I mean training points in order to get it. I had to use like 7. Yeah, I had to use like 7 points to get it. And the next school is the Myth, and for the tree, his name is Ivan. He's got big old eyes, single eye. You know, Myth, like kind of like the Cyclops. And for your teacher, his name is Cyrus Drake. I think his brother is Malister, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while. And these are all the spells you can get from him. The coolest ones here at very early stages is probably the Cyclops and the Humunga Frog, and after that is probably a Minotaur once you get to level 33, because he has a double attack per attack. So he'll attack first like 50. If your opponent has a shield, it will take that shield off, and he'll attack again for 445. It depends on what kind of like blades you got on for any increased buff. Alright, our next school is I think it's the life school, and your tree's name is Blossom. I'm not sure what kind of tree he is, but it's all shiny and glittery, and that's Blossom. And for your teacher, I believe she's from Mushu. She's a cow. Yep, her name is Melinda Wu. And there's your teacher. And as typical, you got all your spells going through here. You'll get all these as you progress to your levels and to your storyline, to each world. The coolest one I've seen people use at very early stages to have is probably the Centaur, and for healing and stuff, like the Regenerate and Fairy and the Sprite. But I do like seeing people use the Gnome. The Gnome is so cool. Because the animation to it is very cool to see. It's like little tiny gnomes, and they all gather up to one giant gnome. It's really cool. All right, our next school is the Balance. You can get some of the spells here while you're here in Wizard City. You can get them from Arthur Witherfields, and these are some of the spells you can get from him. The early spells. I like when I'm on my Balance, the early stages, I like using the Sandstorm and the Locust. For the most part. And I always have the Crab at the very early stages, like as a backup in case I fizzle. Especially on the last fight, like the last life points. Alright, and before we head out to the next world to finish off the Balance School, we have to go and see the Death School. And let's go get our travel form. Travel form. And this is where the Death School is now located, since that little mishap with Professor Ambrose and Malice there. And here it is. This is the Death School. And your teacher, I think, is Dragon. This is the assistant. This is where you get all your death spells. Here they are. The coolest ones I've used when I was playing through my death, it was either have the Wraith and the Scarecrow and the Frankenstein monster. I hardly ever use the Avenging Fossil or the Arcturus. That's just me. Yeah, I love it. Even though right now I'm like close to level 100 on my death, I always have this Scarecrow and Frankenstein monster. Because due to the fact that you heal each time you attack. Alright, let's head out and go to the last part, is the Balance School. Ta-da! I already got it. Yeah, before we leave, there's also an NPC here where you can get your shields for free, but it depends on which school you're in. I think there's an NPC over here in the Fairfield. I think that's what this place is called. I can't remember. Yeah, the Fairgrounds. Fairgrounds. Her name is Sabrina Greenstar. This is where you get your shield. You're minus 180. So if you have this shield on, so you get minus 80% of damage. I already got my storm stuff. Don't forget to get these, whatever class you're in. You can also get these with training points if you want to, but you don't have to. Just get the one that's for your class. Alright, let's go finish up the school, and we are heading to Krakatopia. That is where the Balance School is located. Da-da-da! Yeah, hopefully watching this video, you get an idea on which wizard you will start as in. Oh. Yeah, I chose Storm due to the fact that I do like the spells, and I do like to really hit hard with my damage with my monster. So Storm has the highest attack. It also has the lowest accuracy, which can be compensated by equipping gear and like other stuff. So that's why I chose the Storm School. And for my next wizard, I chose Death, due to the fact you can heal each time you attack. All right. And this is also, you get another balance stuff, and also for like elemental blades. It's right here. If you like a myth or a life school, you can have these. It's good to have. These are your extra blades, and these are like level 170. I don't know what these guys do since I'm not 170. You also get your reshuffle here. And to finish it off, we gotta go see your teacher, your balance teacher. I can't remember how to say his name. Is Al has read. I'm not sure how to say that. I probably butchered it. And this is all your balance spells. I do have a balance wizard. Currently, I'm not sure what level it's like level 30 something. The closest one I normally use a lot is probably the Lotus and the Sandstorm at the very early stages. Then especially and also the Spectral Blast. And if you have like and once you get, and I'm trying to hurry to get to the Hydra, because the Hydra, each head can attack fire, ice, and storm. And if you equipped and purchase, or you can use the treasure card, the elemental stuff, these right here, you get like 35% extra damage per each spell. I mean, per each attack, like the ice, the storm, and the fire. And if you also added trap to it, it will also increase the damage. That's the coolest thing about the to be in a balance school. There's also the other spells like the shields and like the annoying debuff that it has. That's the most annoying part of the balance school. They debuff you to death. Alright guys, hopefully this video gives you an idea on which school you want to start out with. If you want more damage, that you have to go. I would go for the storm, and if you want somehow like a survivability, that would be like death. Let's see, life or ice, because they do have a lot of health. The ice one, it took a long time for me to get the blade. I can't remember what level you have to be, because I don't know why, but it took so long to get the blade from the ice school. But I think that's the only drawback, because you only have like traps. You don't have your blade yet. It took a long time. I don't know why it's like that, the way it's set up, but it gets better as you get your blade and you get progress through the game. Alright guys, that'll be all on this video, and as always guys, thanks for watching. Later. Peace.